Hey everyone, Sinister here from the Gamer section, here to bring you another review. If you enjoy our content, be sure to hit that like button and turn on the bells for notifications. Basically, today's review is going to be about the Alliance Alive Remastered for the PS4, and this game is also available on the Nintendo Switch and the PC. Previously, this game was released on the Nintendo 3DS a few years ago, and of course the 3DS version was published by Faru and developed by Atlas. As for the remaster, it's developed by another company, inside, excuse me, NIS America. And of course, as usual, basically going to cover the story, the graphics, the gameplay, and of course, and the review score at the end. Let us begin. The story is about a group of heroes called the Nightcrows. They're out there to stop the enemies called the Daemons from conquering the land. You take control of a young boy named Galil and his female companion Azura, because these are the characters you start off with at the beginning. And of course, you're going to meet other characters along your journey. And the graphics, the graphics are good, depending on what system you're on. I mean, of course, on the 3DS, the characters have this cute chibi style, but of course, you see that also on the other versions as well. However, as far as the character details and the environment, the graphics are good in their own right. I'm sure, like on the PC, probably on the PS4, the characters, have like high level of detail, which you probably can see in the buildings, the environment, and the characters themselves. But like I mentioned, the people in the town, they're like in a chibi style. Like I said, it probably fits like the 3DS form. However, like on the modern consoles, you figure, they have a little bit more detail in their faces, things like that, especially in the cutscenes. All right, moving on to the gameplay. The gameplay is basic, standard RPG fare. A la turn-based, like characters take a turn, and of course the enemies take a turn. Basically, you're trying to attack each other, and of course your job is to take out enemies out, and of course, hopefully they'll drop helpful items along your way just to make your character stronger as you level up. And of course, as you begin, fighting these enemies, of course, you encounter them out in the open world. Basically just like, you see like, previous RPGs like Final Fantasy, for example. You're out in the environment, of course, sometimes you see the screen broken up and you're about to fight your enemies and things like that. Of course, you got to strategize, like, when to attack and when to heal and things like that. Of course, with Galil, he's basically your warrior type, just armed with swords, axes, or anything he can get his hands on. Of course, you get him stronger, and of course, he learns new moves along the way. As for Azura, she can attack as well, and she can hold her own, but, she's basically your magic user, and of course, she can heal you as you fight, but however, she can level up a whole lot quicker than Galil, as I played on. Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier, of course, you come around these random guilds, and they come across, they'll give you helpful hints along the way. That basically, like I said, they help you out in your journey, of course, as you progress the story. Okay. Of course, now for the review score. I give Alliance Alive Remaster a 3 out of 5. The pros I give it, and the graphic resolution, like I said, the detail and the environments and the characters, and of course the gameplay. If you're a fan of standard RPGs, this game is definitely for you. And of course, if you play this on the 3DS, you probably like the remaster version, unless you want to give it a try for nostalgia sake. Nostalgia sake. But however, in the cons is, for the beginners who don't know much about this game or are probably not into JRPGs, this game is probably not for them, because often they're gonna find themselves, get frustrated, because probably don't know where to go, or probably don't. Of course, the clutter of the menu system is gonna get in the way. They don't know what right items to use in certain situations. So that's basically like for the cons. And of course, the chibi style. Not many people are going to be fans of the chibi style. They probably want their characters like detailed. Like regular people, or like you see people in comic books and that kind of form. However, like this game is, like I said, it's basically geared towards for those who love JRPGs, and this is basically for those fans, for that demographic, because usually a game like that is going to gear towards them. They're going to have a lot more fun out of it than anybody who's not a fan of it or probably just new to it, things like that. So, all right. Basically, just to close this out, I would love to hear your comments. Would you try this game out? Leave your comments down below. This is Sinister. Be easy.